of the mighty God that the evidence I shall give before this court touching on the matter in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
My lady, this is PW8.
PW8, yes. Is that what we recorded?
The last time the matter was in court was on 23rd of July 2025.
Yes.
When PW7 testified.
Okay, who is Corporal George, according to you, is PW? Do you have your record with you? But I have Corporal George as PW5.
Yes.
And defense, you can guide us along because we were all here. And then PW6, Corporal Alisa.
Yes.
And I think we ended there.
There's another
proceedings on-
Diana.
Huh?
There's a PW7 Diana chop question.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, there's PW7. Okay, thank you. So it's PW8, eh?
Yes, my lady. Introduce yourself before the court.
I'm number 92947. Dennis Omuko. I'm a superintendent of police. Currently attached to the National Police College, Kiganjo, as an instructor.
Confirm before the attachment to Kiganjo on the 24th of March 2020. Where were you stationed?
During the same date you mentioned, that is on the 4th of March 2020, I was the OCS Kayole Police Station in Nairobi. Our leadership on the very day, that is on the 4th March 2020, at about 14:30 hours, that is 2:30 p.m., there was a call from the Chief Controller, Nairobi area, that is the Nairobi area control room. Actually, I was at the station in the office when the control room raised that within Kayole Junction area, there were 3 people who are armed and were robbing members of the public. As the officer in charge of the station, I mobilized my men who are on the ground. Those are the officers who are on the ground. I mobilized 3 teams, sorry. Kayole 8, the in charge was Corporal Vincent Odhiambo. The other was PC Bashir Ali, PC Henry Mutai, and PC Charles Kirimi. Kayole 4 comprised of Corporal Joseph Ojode and PC James Ngige.
James?
Ngige. While Obama crew consisted of Corporal Albanas Kiamba, PC Nicholas Kilu, and PC Rotich. I only captured the name in my statement as PC Rotich. I can't remember the other name. Now the officers responded, and while in the same area, they raised me through the police radio and informed me that they had engaged the 3 characters in a shootout. That is after those 3 characters fired at them upon challenge to surrender. So in the shootout, one was fatally injured, that is succumbed to the injuries on the spot, while 2 others escaped on a motorcycle which apparently had no registration number, but was identified as a boxer. They escaped on the motorcycle while still firing at the officers. I responded by visiting the scene, accompanied by the duty NCO, Corporal George Onam, and at the scene I found a homemade gun and a knife. It was a kitchen knife. I also did a quick search on the body, and in the pockets I found a mobile phone, make Oppo, I also found a brown wallet whose contents were a family bank ATM card bearing the names Wycliffe Owuor, that is family bank ATM card bearing the name Wycliffe Owuor. I called the DCI officers, that's the officers from the DCI personnel, coming from the DCI in Kayole, to the scene. And the scene, photographs of the scene was taken by one Inspector Musembi, was the in charge scenes of crime at the DCI Kayole. We also, when we were with him, we also collected cartridges, spent cartridges, we collected We collected a total of 8 spent cartridges. 7 of them are cartridges of 9 millimeters. And one was 7.62 by 39 millimeters. We also found 2 bullet heads, and all those were handed to Sergeant Lelei of DCI Kayole, who took over the case from me.
Before you proceed, indicate that you recovered 8 spent cartridges. Yes?
Yes, Your Ladyship.
What did you do with the said cartridges after recovery?
After recovery, I collected the same and handed them over to the DCI.
Do you see them in court today? Yes, proceed as he looks for them.
Well, there are many, so I can't identify which is which. These ones are for 9 millimeters.
When you identify, you put on that other side.
These are the 7 cartridges for the 9 millimeters.
My lady would be seeking to mark the 7 as MFI number 7. Yes, 1 to 7 trauma.
And this is the 7.62 by 39 millimeters.
That one we seek to mark as MFI number 8.
The one spent cartridge is
7.62 times 39 millimeters.
Yes.
Now, from there, we took the body from the scene. The scene having been processed, we took the body from the scene. We went to the police station where I made an entry in the occurrence book, and I caused a signal to be drafted to that effect. I informed the police command as per the requirements, and I instructed that the body be moved to the city mortuary, awaiting post-mortem and identification of the body. In the meantime, inside the wallet also found
What's it?
an identity card bearing the names Wycliffe Vincent Owor, identity card number 29947608, and a Safaricom SIM card plate bearing the phone number 0793447675. Your Ladyship, allow me to track you back to the recoveries that I had earlier mentioned that we made. But we had 2 bullets. These are the 2 bullets that were recovered from the scene.
These are the 2 bullet heads. Would like to mark them as MFI number 9, 1 and Roman 2.
MFI
9, Roman 1 and 2. Yes, specific.
Having informed the police commanders by directives, the case was initially taken over by the DCI, Kayole, but later it was taken over by IPOA.
Yes.
During the IPOA investigations, I noticed something. That IPOA was actually not independent. I actually even raised the issue with them on the initials IPOA, Independent Policing Oversight Authority. But they were doing the issues of policing oversight, but not independence. IPOA investigators came to my office in company of a person I later identified to be a counsel, a senior counsel, who was a person of whom I realized again was a person of interest, was interested in that matter.
Okay.
I know it doesn't form, it might not form a part of evidence related to the scene.
Yes, I
but I want to create
Please,
that.
Yes.
I want to
Continue.
Okay.
Yeah. If we don't allow it to be said here, it will still be said somewhere else.
No, I wanted to ask a
So
question.
okay. It's not my case, it's yours.
Yes.
So if somebody has come and they are testifying, allow them to say everything. If we don't, they'll say it out there, and maybe with different repercussions. Proceed.
Thank you, Your Ladyship. When they came to my office, first, the person had, the lawyer, I mean the counsel, had posted.
No names,
Yes.
unless they are here to defend themselves. Just give your views, no names.
Thank you.
Unless they are here to defend themselves.
Thank you, Your Ladyship.
Yes.
The third counsel had posted in his Twitter account a video of him entering Kayole police station, and what was captured thereafter, I mean the caption was, "I'm at Kayole police station in case I disappear." So the person came to my office, accompanied by the IPOA investigators, and I can say they were kind of harassing me. They were demanding that I give them the occurrence book, and also they were demanding that I give them a verbal explanation on the occurrences of the incident in the presence of that person. So I actually refused to do the same because it was not in my mandate to give verbal explanations. It was in the mandate of the OCPD. Later on, the same person wrote in his Twitter account that they have been at Kayole police station with the IPOA officers, the OCS and the OCPD has refused to grant them permission to peruse police records. And they will make sure, or he will make sure, this matter culminates into murder. And I believe that's why we are here today, Your Ladyship.
That last part I didn't hear. Remember, you're saying what you see, you hear,
What I
you
heard.
heard. Your opinion, now that one we heard. Okay, so he will make sure that it is a murder case, yeah? Full stop. Opinions,
The
we leave
opinion,
them out. Yes.
So, again, let me then reserve my opinion on the
Your
independence
opinions
of
are what you see, what you hear, with the five senses.
Yes.
Yes, that's why you're in the dock. Not I was told, what you have, those five senses only.
Thank you, Your Ladyship. So, that's all.
Yes. I'd like you to inform the court whether when you got to the scene where the deceased was, did you find officers that you had sent?
Yes.
Which officers?
Your Ladyship. I found the officers were in Kayole 8, that is Corporal Vincent Odhiambo, PC Bashir Ali, Henry Mutai, PC Charles Krimi, PC Joseph Oyode.
Are they inputs, the ones you've mentioned?
And there was also PC Kiamba, Corporal Kiamba, PC Rotich, and PC Kilo. The ones who in court are the first ones. That is Corporal Diambo, PC Bashir, PC Mutai Henry, PC Kirimi, Corporal Joseph Ojode, and PC James Ngige.
Is there any formal complaint from any member of the public that later on he came and found that there was actually a formal complaint about the said robbery?
Nobody came to make a formal complaint within, at the police station during the time, prior, during, or even after.
So you have never come across any formal complaint of the robbery that the officers were responding to?
Written, no, but
In your occurrence book?
in my occurrence book at the station, there was none.
None. My lady, that would be all.
My lady, for you've divided with Mr. Kiganjo, he'll deal with the 5th and 6th accused persons. I'll deal with the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Let's go through that again.
I'll deal
Now
with.
it has changed. I had written the 3 of you are for all except 4.
Yes, yes.
So now you want it to change. So who is for who?
I'll be for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Mr. Kiganjo will deal with the 5th and 6th. Miss Martina Suga is held up in another matter.
Okay.
Thank you. That time this matter happened, what rank were you?
I was the Chief Inspector of Police.
And what duties were you deployed to do?
My leadership then, I was to perform the duties to which the OCS is entitled to perform.
When were you deployed to Kayole Police Station as the OCS?
I was deployed in January 2020. Actually, I reported there on the 1st of January 2020.
This incident happened when?
The incident took place on 24th of March 2020.
You had been an OCS for how long?
For about 3 months.
For 3 months. When did you join the police force?
I joined the police on 14th of August 2008.
By 2020, you had roughly how many years of experience as a police officer?
I had about 12 years of experience.
12 years of experience. Let us go to the area the alleged offense was committed. Where is that area for the benefit of the learned court?
The area is at a place called Kayole Junction. Kayole Junction is in within Kayole area, but specifically behind a famous restaurant in Kayole called Red Square, just around Kayole Junction.
For the 3 months before this incident happened, how can you describe that particular region in terms of security?
Your Ladyship, for the time I was there, the security was at its worst. Actually, that is one of the reasons I was taken to the state. I was posted in Kayole Police Station to try and curb the issues of insecurity, since the police administration felt that the person who was there prior had not done much to deal with security situations. Just prior to that day, about 2 weeks before then, I had lost 2 officers attached to Obama Police Station Those were my two officers. Obama Police Post. One was called PC Muhwana, and the other one was PC Chesire.
Give the names again, please.
PC Muhwana, now deceased, and PC Chesire, again deceased, had lost their lives in the hands of criminals at a place called Mwengenye. In that incident, we lost 2 firearms, an AK-47 and a Jericho pistol.
2 firearms again, which and which?
AK-47 and a Jericho pistol. Before then, we had chains of robberies, and in Kayole area, we had lost a total of 13 officers, a total of...
Take your time. If you want to take a seat, do so.
You can have a seat and relax.
Thank you.
Do we take a short break?
Yeah, we can take a short break of 10 minutes, my lady.
Let's take a short break. Yeah?
Let's do it. Much. You said you joined the Kenya police in which year?
I joined in the year 2008.
And you told this court that you are specifically sent to Kayole to sort a specific question.
That's right, Your Ladyship. The question of security, what that was escalating day by day, and it was, in the opinion of the police command, that the person who was there prior to me had not done much to curb the issues of crime in the area.
What special qualities did your superiors see you have that led them to deploy you there?
I don't have much special, different special quality that would perhaps put me different or distinct from the others. But from wherever I'd worked before, the records are that the issues of crime had reduced. But I always like engaging my personnel, the officers that are deployed for me to work with. And when it comes to matters of crime prevention, I always choose the best to deploy. The people who can be called at any time of the day or night to respond. Officers whose discipline are beyond reproach. Officers whose records of service are clean. Officers who would work as a team and not compromising again the issues of security within the service. So perhaps these are the qualities my bosses had seen in me to deploy me in that area that is volatile by then.
So will I be right to say that your track record in crime prevention stood by itself, and that's why you were sent to Kayole?
That is true.
Thank you. You were telling this court the area you were deployed to and how many officers had fallen. Proceed from there.
Thank you, Your Ladyship. First, I'm sorry, I was carried by emotions.
Don't worry, go ahead.
Remembering that some people I was working with, you will send them to a certain duty, then you are being called that the officers you had sent is no more. But the issues of the officers aside, the people who are lamenting the most were members of the public, the civilians. During that period of time, in a day, if you received less than 3 cases of, 3 cases of robbery with violence, then that was a very good day. People were being robbed in broad daylight, at gunpoint. Members of the public were always lamenting. The security situation was very daring. Thank you.
And it's your evidence that for the 3 months that you stayed there, over 13 officers were killed while on the duty, in the line of duty.
That is very true. Over 13 officers, including others that were not attached to the station, but were within were residing. There's one who was from the diplomatic police station, was gunned down at the gate while he was waiting for his gate to be opened in a place called Soweto. There is one who was in the presidential escort, again was gunned near Hawaii. Those are the ones that I can remember offhand. There were actually again 2 traffic officers along the eastern bypass who are doing the normal routine check. They were shot at and their firearms taken from them during just that short period of time. So a total of 13.
Is it your position that generally from the picture you depict, it is a death sentence for one to be posted as a police officer to Kayole police station?
By then?
But then, yeah, we are talking of that day, that time.
Actually, that was you would feel so. And let me just give a scenario. Before I was posted to Kayole, I was at Buruburu as the officer, that is the SOB, in charge of operations in Kayole and Buruburu. And there was an officer.
Please explain SOB.
Sorry.
SOB stands for the staffing officer, the B branch. B branch is the operation branch of the police. So generally, in other areas it's called SO Ops, that is staffing officer operations, or SOB. So I was SOB in Buruburu, and there is somebody who was posted to Kayole police station as the OCS, and from the Nairobi area control room, that person declined to take up the position. It's a person I know. Declined to take up the position. That is when they came, they appointed me after the person who was appointed initially there had declined to take up that position. So, to a bigger extent, as a police officer, to be posted in Kayole police station perhaps could be considered as a punishment, or, as the defense counsel rightly puts it, it could have been a death sentence.
Kindly let the media move so that you leave the cameras there. Leave the cameras there. Look at those officers. Were they aware of those deaths of their colleagues when they were deployed? Was that information available to them?
That is true. Actually, all of them were in Kayole police station before me. I found all of them there. And therefore, issues that took place...
The media, you can take your position.
Issues that took place before and during my time, they are quite much aware, including the incidences that you have just mentioned.
And you can authoritatively say that they must have lost colleagues and participated in the burials of their colleagues.
Very true. They have participated in the burial of all the colleagues, their colleagues that I have mentioned.
Thank you. Let us now go to the specific day. We have laid down the basis of the area that was involved. On this particular day, you told the Honorable Court that you received instructions from headquarters?
Nairobi area control room.
What specific information did you get from Nairobi area control room?
Your Ladyship, this information was that there were 3 people who were armed and were robbing members of the public at Kayole Junction.
This was information communicated to you?
It was to me. When the information comes, first of all, sensitive information that are operation in nature like that goes directly to the OCS. It is therefore the work of the OCS to take actions that would lead to immediate response to such distress calls.
What did you do after receiving this sensitive information?
When I received that information, I raised the 3 teams that I had mentioned, that is Kayole 8, Kayole 4, and Obama crew, to respond with speed to that area so that they could arrest the suspects.
Did you tell these 3 teams that the people they are going to engage are heavily armed?
I told them that they were armed, though the heaviness aspect was not there because it was not communicated that they were heavily armed. It was circulated that they were armed.
They were armed?
Yes, my Ladyship.
And you gave this information to the 3 teams that the people you are going to engage are armed?
That's true, my Ladyship.
At the point of you getting information, your bosses had known these people were armed. That is where the information came that the people are armed.
That is true, because the information comes from came from the Nairobi area control room. When that communication is relayed, every police officer with a police radio, communication radio, and who has tuned to that channel will get the information, including my bosses, will get communication that is being relayed. And therefore I believed any officer who was listening to the radio, police communication radio at that time, got that information.
Confirm that you picked, you call them your men, you call them your boys, the people competent to deal with that situation.
That is very true. And as I said earlier, for me, when it comes to deployment of officers, I look for the most suitable, I look for the best, I look for nothing but the quality.
And you deployed those officers to that area, the ones at the dock.
That is true.
Thank you. What infrastructure did you give them to deal with that situation?
When I deployed them to such a situation, the only thing I give them are the firearms and the ammunitions. I don't give them, and apart from police communication, I don't give them any other thing to deal with such situation. Only firearms and ammunitions.
And it's your evidence that they were armed with police firearms and ammunition to go and do the job you assigned them.
That's true.
Did they tell you they have dealt with the situation you sent them to deal with?
Yes, my leadership. They told me when they arrived at the scene, they challenged the suspect, and the suspect began firing at them.
So let us go first. According to the immediate report from the scene, is that the suspect was challenged.
That is true.
Kindly tell the court what that means in police language.
My leadership, when you approach a suspect, the first thing is you inform them to surrender. Actually, you would always inform them that they are under arrest for the offense. And you give them a clear caution that they are not obliged to say anything unless they wish to do so. But whatever they say shall be taken in evidence, shall be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. That's the caution we always give. And depending on the situation, you may go closer to the suspect, or you may give that verbal order when the suspect is at distance, depending on the situation on the ground. If at all the suspect is armed, you always challenge them that they put down their firearms and surrender, or you may use firearms against them. That is it.
Let me take you back. What time did you receive this information from your bosses?
At about 2:30 p.m. At about 2:30 p.m., 14:30 hours.
This is during the day?
During the day, yes.
What time did you deploy these officers to the scene?
Immediately, I received the information.
Immediately. What time did they call back giving you the report?
Almost immediately, about 5 minutes later.
So you can conclusively say that this scenario happened during broad daylight.
Very true, Your Honor.
And therefore, if they challenged the suspect, they were able to see this suspect properly with the light, natural light. True?
That is true.
Thank you. They have told you they have challenged the suspect. What transpired after that?
And when they challenged the suspects fired at them, and they responded. So that is a situation called a shootout. Later, one suspect was fatally injured, that was succumbed to the gunshot wounds, and the 2 others left aboard a motorcycle while still shooting at them.
The suspect one was fatally shot dead. True?
True.
And the other one, the other 2 disappeared on top of what type of motorcycle?
That was a boxer.
That was it registered?
Had no registration.
It had no registration numbers. You have been told this information. What did you do?
Immediately, I went to the scene.
What was the distance from Kayol, your office? You were this time in your office?
Yes.
What was the distance from your office at the police station to the scene where the shooting was?
It is about roughly 3 kilometers.
Roughly 3 kilometers.
Yes.
Did you reach at the scene?
I reached at the scene. Your Lordship.
What did you see at the scene?
At the scene, we found the body of the deceased.
Yes.
And beside, we found a homemade gun and a kitchen knife. Those ones are apparently visible. Immediately you reach the scene, you could see that clearly.
There's an expert of the police who captures the scene of crime. What's the name of that person?
That is the scene, crime scene investigator.
The crime scene investigator. Did he capture that scene?
He did.
May you be given the photos. You have said you found a homemade gun and a knife. Identify the photos that are clearly showing the gun that you have told the learned judge.
The photos here are marked 1 up to 10. The first one is a photo of the body of the deceased, and on the middle back, left, right middle ground is the homemade gun.
Let us deal with one item after another. In photo 1, are you able to identify a gun, anything similar to a gun?
Yes, my lordship.
Where is it exactly in photo 1?
It is near almost near the head of the body. That is almost near the head of the body, on the, that is middle back, right middle ground.
Very well. Photo 2. You see the photo of a gun again.
True.
Photo 3.
In photo 3, it is not there.
Photo 3, remove it. There is no photo of a gun. Photo 4.
Photo 4, it is not there as well.
Yes. Isolate those photos that have the gun.
In photo 5, again, it's not there.
Yes.
It is there in photograph 6.
Yes.
It is there in photograph 7.
Yes.
Photograph 8 gives a closer view of a closer capture of the gun.
Yes.
Photo 9, it is not there. And photograph 10 is not there.
Okay. Describe the positioning of the gun in relation to the hands in all those photos.
Now, it is almost near the hands, where the hands are, but not on the hands.
It is near the hands
Yes, my ladyship.
in all the photos.
Yes, my ladyship.
Confirm that the gun is not near the legs.
Very true, it's not near the legs.
It is near the hands.
Yes, my ladyship.
Confirm that from there it is in the middle of the right and left hand.
I confirmed the same, very true.
Thank you. Look at the hands. Are they open or closed? All the photos.
It is not fully clenched, they are not fully clenched, partly. They are partly
They are partly clenched and partly open.
true.
The court can have a look at that critical question we have raised.
From now or from then?
From all this time up to today, how many years have you handled guns since you've been in the police?
For the last 17 years.
17 years.
Yes.
Did you see this gun?
Yes, my ladyship.
What did you do as the OCS to that gun when you arrived at the scene of crime?
First, after calling the scene and after I called the scene of the crime scene investigators to the scene, I took charge of the gun. And later, I handed it to the DCI, Kayole, who were dealing with the matter. And of course, they were to forward it to the ballistic experts.
It is you who took recovery of the gun.
True, my ladyship.
Did those accused people give you the gun, or it is you who picked the gun and handed it over to the DCI?
My ladyship, I'm the one who took the gun and handed it over to the DCI.
Thank you. At this time, describe the scene as you arrived there. Are there members of the public?
Members of this public, yes, members of the public had started coming, but I instructed again the officers to cordon the area so that they could not interfere with the scene.
How far were the members of the public from where the gun was or where the body was?
They were kept roughly about 100 meters away.
Roughly 100 meters.
Yes, my ladyship.
If you came with this gun yourself, hidden here, and you drop it there, the members of the public could have seen you?
Very true, they could have seen me.
So it is your evidence that this gun was with this person, it was not planted there.
Objection, my lady. He indicated that he was not at the scene. So
Yes, yes.
he cannot be able to tell whether the gun was planted there or accused, but the deceased was with that gun.
Yes.
So I object to that
So
line.
the objection is upheld.
I'm only asking about him. I've not asked whether those ones planted.
It should come from him.
Yes.
He's the person whose name we have written.
Very well.
Yeah, so he's the one who should be saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you come with this gun yourself and plant it there?
No, my lady, I found it at the scene.
Had you come with this gun to plant it here, could members of the public have seen you planting the gun?
That is true, my lady. They could have seen me clearly.
And to the best of your knowledge, has anybody raised that issue that the OCS came and planted a gun there?
And no issue had been raised.
Thank you. Let us go to this gun with those people. When did they get information to go to the scene of crime?
That is at about, on that day, 24th March 2020, at about 14:30 hours, when I relayed the information to them, I instructed them to proceed to the scene.
And they were at the scene after how long?
Less than, about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes. Confirm that this information came within a very short time and action ensued.
True, my lady.
And it is not humanly possible for anybody to go and look for this gun. So that as he goes to the
Who is
scene...
testifying, Mr. Omuko?
Oh, sorry.
The person on record.
Okay, I've heard you. I've heard you, man.
Yes, yes. Let's hear from him. It
Is it
yes,
possible?
Yes, yes,
Very
yes.
well.
I can't write that about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it possible that the officers you deployed, considering the timelines, could plan to carry a gun to go and plant there?
My lady, the period of time was quite short. It was not on notice that such an incident would take place. Immediately, I was raised by the control room. I immediately sent them. And within a very short period of time, less than 5 minutes, they were already at the scene and these things had taken place. So in my opinion, it could be quite impossible to arrange the scene as it looks within that very short proximity of time, my lady.
Let's go still on the question of the gun. You got a report that there was a shootout.
Yes, my lady.
Look carefully of what you recovered. Did it resemble a gun?
It resembles, what I recovered resembles a gun.
It resembles a gun.
Yes, my lady.
What could be the human reaction to anybody shown that gun? A police officer shown that gun?
My lady, if anybody shows you this gun, you would believe that it's aiming at you. Actually, it will be aiming at you, and your reaction, if you are armed, you should shoot that person before he shoots you. Whoever reacts first would carry the day. That is it, my lady.
Police officers are not supposed to fear death.
True, we don't fear death, but I'd
Can you leave the discussion of death to your good self, eh?
You don't like
Come back. No, let us come back to the case.
Yes.
What I have heard and written is that there was what was described as shootout
Yes.
in police language.
Yes.
Now we are veering off from that evidence to what if. So I'm beginning to wonder, should I continue writing or should I stop?
I was only putting him
Okay.
or
So
to
let's
relax.
leave all that.
To
We
relax.
remain with what was examination in chief.
All right.
All right.
What any other weapon did you pick from the ground?
we found a kitchen knife.
All right. A kitchen knife.
Yes, my lady.
Are you able to identify it from the photos?
In photograph 1, it is not there. It is there in photograph 2. It is visible in photograph 3. In photograph 4 and 5 is not visible. In photograph 6, it is visible. In photograph 7, it is visible. In photograph 8, it is not visible. Photograph 9, it is visible. And in photograph 10, it is not visible.
Thank you. You talked also about spent bullets or cartridges.
Yes, my lady, spent cartridges.
Could you identify them in the photos that depict those?
They are not captured in any of these photos.
All right, let me move from go to the last point. Look at the body of the person dead. Had you known that person?
No, my lady, I didn't know the person.
You didn't know the person. Later, did you get to know who the person was?
I later heard that his name was Cliff or Ward, something like that.
Any information about him that you came to learn about later?
I came to learn about that this person was a criminal, and
You can qualify that?
I can qualify
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. The
Yes.
state wants to stand up, giving you time to explain that.
Yes, I understand that. I heard that he was involved in several robberies. Notable one was Nairobi West, the 72 million money heist.
I'd be objecting because that is careful. He said he had.
No, when I stop writing, you ask yourself why I'm not writing. Opinions, anything you cannot vouch for. Or if you discuss somebody who cannot speak for himself, then I put my whatever down. That should tell you something is not okay.
To the best of your knowledge, do you know that the dead person was charged before Milimani court?
Now
For having-
now that's what your witness should be telling us.
That's I'm leading to
Let
that.
him say.
Yes.
Yes, to the best of my knowledge, I know he had a pending case in Milimani Law Court.
Do you know the case number?
I know, my lady.
Do you know the facts of that case?
Partly.
You can give the court the benefit of what the particulars of the charge sheet read.
Partly that the person, while with others, went to Nairobi West and robbed. They injured a guard, and they broke into an ATM machine and did away with 72 million shillings. That's partly what I know. The case was being handled by the DCI Langata.
And the DPP charged him.
To the best of my knowledge, that is true, my lady.
Thank you. Let us ask the last question. You told there was a POA that came to your office with the senior counsel.
Yes, my lady.
What specifically did you notice that made you uncomfortable with a POA coming to your office? Or what was not normal?
One is that when they came, accompanied by the senior counsel, somebody had just sent me the X account of that counsel, and in that he took a video of him driving to the station, and the caption thereafter was that I am at Kayole police station in case I disappear. So having read through the X account of that counsel, and now the counsel is with me and with officers who are supposed to be ordinarily investigators, then I felt uncomfortable, my lady.
I leave it at that, my good brother, Mr. Mahdi. Proceed. Thanks, my lady.
May I comment on?
Yes, go on.
Thank you.
You said you, your four.
For the accused.
What accused? Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Omuko.
Good afternoon, counsel.
My lady, before we proceed, for the benefit of further accused and to avoid the repetition, I will be adopting the evidence given through my colleagues' examination and just ask a few questions so that we don't have to repeat ourselves. You asked if there was a specific complaint before you sent your officers to the scene. Can you confirm you had received a distress call? Is that correct?
It's correct, my lady. I had received a distress call.
So there was a reason. These are not people on their own frolic. They were not on their own frolic. You are the one who had sent them having received a distress call.
True, my lady. I'm the one who sent them upon receipt of that distress.
But I know you have shown the photos. Is it Indian place? Is it a plain place? When you went to the scene, the body was lying in a, how do you describe it? Is it a hideout or?
It is it was an intersection between roads in the estate where so many people are there. It was there was off the main road, off Kangundo Road.
Yes.
It was a road that is ordinarily used by people. Then it was at an intersection with another road entering in further into the estate.
Okay. How is the population there? Are there people around who live around there?
Yes, my lady. There are people, so many people live
So
around.
there are a lot of people there. So anybody painting a picture of this was a hideout would be lying.
No, it was not a hide. It can't be a hideout.
It was
my
not a
lady.
hideout. It was a plain place with many people around.
Yes, my lady.
These are your officers. You are under your command,
True, my lady.
under your instructions. You are the one who has sent them. You are the first person who responded. They told you they are done with the mission you have sent them.
True, my lady.
Just want your opinion as I sit down. Do you think anything they did other than what you had instructed them as their commander? As their commander, is there anything they did outside the command?
No, I don't think.
You don't have anything you think they did outside the command. Thank you. That's all.
My lady, you can let me know when I can proceed.
You can.
Thank you. Now, let's just go straight to the point. When you look at these photos of the scene, when you are right there, you notice that the deceased person is lying in two different positions. Is that correct?
True, my lady.
Can you describe the first picture? How is he lying?
The first one here, that is photograph number 4, the deceased is facing down.
He's
Lying on his belly. While in the photograph number 6, it's lying on its back.
He's lying on his back. So amongst these two different, between these two different positions, which was the original position of the deceased?
Initially, the deceased was lying on its back.
On his back.
Yes, but then when the scenes of crime investigators came, as they were now we were searching and they're taking further photos, they changed the lying position.
All right.
In the process of the search.
Now, let's talk about this thing that appears to imitate the image of a gun. It can be seen in all the photographs, seen lying to the deceased person. Now, if you recall from your officers, the report they made to you, was this homemade gun in the possession of the deceased at that time?
Through my lady, the information they gave me was that the deceased was in possession of the homemade gun.
Now, ordinarily, brother, as a police officer, I hear you've been in the force since 2008.
Yes, my lady.
Now, in your 17 years of experience, if you are faced in the situation, for example, that was faced by your officers, and this thing is pointed at you, what would you do as a line of defense?
My lady, as I had explained earlier, that when a firearm is pointed at you, it is either you shoot first or they shoot you. So ordinarily, an ideal officer would shoot first.
Thank you. Now, if you might also recall, and perhaps for the benefit of this court, when you received the radio from the 5th and the 6th accused persons, I'm assuming they were in the company of the rest, is that correct? All of them?
Yeah, all of them were they were working together.
Did they tell you that they had actually tried to tell these people to surrender and they refused?
They told me that they had challenged them.
Thank you. So this was a person who had been told to surrender but instead opted to engage in a shootout. Is that correct?
According to what they told me, I was been told to surrender and engage them in a shootout.
Now, moving on swiftly, my senior Dunstan Omari had asked you about Kayole. And I have quickly checked the census that 2019 there were 189,000 citizens living in Kayole. Can you say, or rather in your opinion, for those years that you worked there, that security was a major concern in Kayole?
very true. And as I said earlier, that is the reason why I was posted to Kayole to handle the issues, majorly, among other duties, to handle the issues of the escalating insecurity.
Now, as at this moment, according to your knowledge, how is the crime rate after you worked there? Has it increased or decreased?
I don't have the current figures, but by the time I was leaving, it had gone, tremendously gone down. And apart from just the figures alone, even the fear of crime, today I can walk in Kayole, make phone calls, and nothing happens. So at least the situation has been contained.
Thank you very much. That would be all, my lady.